All right. Welcome, one and all, to the Off the Rails Sports Podcast. I am your host, John. And if you could, please hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. And happy 4th of July. I hope it was a good one for everybody. Not really a lot going on in the world of sports. How crazy is it when the biggest event nationally in the world of sports in America is the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest? Dominated, won by Mr. Joey Chestnut, coming back out of retirement, exile, whatever we want to call it. That monster ate 70.5 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Wow. I mean, it's literally, does he have a hollow leg? I mean, wow, how do you do that? I mean, the guy is just an animal. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Like, wow, holy heck. I mean, I want to say that a package of hot dogs that's 8 is about a pound. I want to say that's what it is. So if we extrapolate it by 9, that's at least 9 pounds of hot dogs. And then you got the buns and, oh my God, like, wow, how do you do that? Kudos to Joey. I'm not a real big fan of this gorging competition eating thing. And to me, it's like, I don't know. But obviously, it's a very popular thing. It's much more popular than this podcast. I'll tell you that. Hey, don't hate, okay? Just because I'm trying to take the high road, you want to get angry at me. Okay, I got this from Brian, and like I've said, we'll talk about it more on Monday. We're both big Boston fans. He sent me a clip that Buster Olney is reporting that Rafael Devers, the left-handed hitting superstar, DH, first baseman, whatever, that the Red Sox traded a month ago to the San Francisco Giants, wants to be traded from the Giants. I have a real hard time believing it. We're going to see how this plays out, but there were still people, and I was one of them, I think Brian was too, that were on his side. I thought the Red Sox actually treated him bad. And the Red Sox circled the camp, and everybody was like, that guy was a bad egg, he was a bad person, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we're not even 500 since he left. But, let's not worry about that. And to me, if he is going to ask for a trade, this really sullies his reputation. I understand he's got the guaranteed contract. This ain't the NFL. This money is guaranteed. But, man, do you really want that kind of social media backlash? I mean, geez, wait till the end of the year if that's where it is. But, who knows? I will say this, for his skill set, San Francisco really doesn't seem like it's not a hitter's park, right? This isn't Philadelphia. This isn't Baltimore. This is San Francisco with that wind coming off the bay. And, unless you're doing steroids like Barry Bonds, good luck. Good luck hitting home runs, right? Also, we got the president of Mexico is hoping that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who was picked up on immigration violations, also... And I've read like 10 different stories on this, and I really can't get an understanding. Are they going to deport him? Are they prosecuting prosecuting him for the possession of an assault weapon back in the day, the DUI. I don't really understand. She came out, Scheiman, and said she hopes that he serves his jail time in Mexico. And, you know, she's saying, well, the reason we didn't pick him up is because he spends most of his time in America. Well, I got some news. He's been in America for the last 6 months under the Trump administration, and now you pick him up? You know, somebody obviously found something, right? That's what we got. I don't know. I don't know if they're talking about just deporting him or putting him in jail and then deporting him. I really don't know. I just don't know what's going on. Just, that's all I got to say. All right. Let's get to what happened in baseball on the 4th of July. I will say I always have loved going to baseball games on the 4th of July. It's one of my favorite things. I didn't do it this year because And I live in Los Angeles. Going to Dodger Stadium is such a pain in the ass. And the Dodgers have been really good custodians of the Los Angeles tradition, but for the life of me, I do not understand why they don't have a train depot there. It is literally at the top of a mountain, and access is only three access points to get in there, and it is just such a pain in the butt to get out. I will say this: I went to a Red Sox game with Brian last year, and we got out pretty quick. I was surprised. They made it more efficient, but they got $250 parking there. I think Brian and I last year paid $60. It's crazy. It's really crazy what that place is. Okay, let's get to what's going on in baseball. Red Sox finally got a win. They won 11-2. Giolito got the win. He's 5-1, 3.6 ERA. Of course he's going to do well because he's a free agent after this year. We had a 2-year contract with him. The first year he spent rehabbing. Now he's going to be lights out. Congratulations. Mark my words, in September the guy's going to go 3-0 with a 1.0 ERA. Yeah. It's coming. Maybe we can re-sign Bueller. The Reds beat the Phillies 9-6. Reds are playing really good baseball, 46-42. And the Phillies, they're kind of, they're staying, right? They're 51-37. They just, I don't know, they seem like they're in a malaise. Let's just call it that. But it's a long season. I still believe in the Phillies' talent. Cubs, 8 home runs, beat the Cardinals 11-3. Mets with Juan Soto took the first game of the Subway Series with the Yankees 6-5. We've got the Twins beating the Rays 4-3. Woo got the win. And the Mariners beat the Pirates 6-0. Woo got the win there. Sorry, Varland got the win in the Twins game. Apologies there. Padres won in extra innings 3-2. Every time I think Texas is going to get to 500. Sorry. Blue Jays really on a roll. Really now a two-game lead on the Yankees. Beat the Angels 4-3. Green got the win. Tigers beat the Guardians 2-1. Holton got your win there for the Tigers. The Brewers beat the Marlins. I noticed something before this game. The Dodgers were 9-1 in their last 10. The Marlins were 9-1. I bet you most people didn't even know that, right? They are playing some really, really good baseball. They had a big hole at the beginning. They're not actually going to get to 500, but they're 39-47. It's pretty impressive, even though they did lose last night to the Brewers. The Orioles got a much-needed win against the Braves, 3-2. Morton, who I thought they were going to waive earlier this year, is 5-7 with a 5.47 ERA. Not bad. White Sox beat the Rockies because, hell, somebody's got to win that stupid game. Hauser gets the win. He's 4-2 with a 1.6 ERA. The Astros beat the Dodgers 18-1. McCullers, who is literally my favorite story of the year, got the win, 2-3, 5.3 ERA. If you remember correctly, he had a couple bad outings coming back from serious injury. Hadn't pitched in over a year. And people were, bettors were threatening his wife and his kids, their lives. I mean, how do you not root for the guy? Royals beat the Diamondbacks 9-3. Bubic finally, he's starting to come around, 7-4. 2.36 ERA. And finally, the Athletics got a win, I guess, against their rivals, the Giants. Sears got the win. He's 7-7. 7-7. That guy has already got 14 decisions this year. I mean, wow. That's kind of crazy. All right. If you could, like I said, please hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. And we'll see you soon on Off the Rails Sports Podcast.